In the summer of 1942, Japan still appeared to be moving from victory to victory. Its navy had attacked across the Pacific, captured territory, and built an image of unstoppable expansion. The next operation was designed to destroy what remained of American naval power and force the United States into a defensive position. The plan was ambitious, complex, and carefully prepared. So why did it fail so completely? The answer began before the first bomb was dropped. Japan's commanders believed they were designing a trap for the American fleet. In reality, American intelligence had already revealed much of the trap. The target was Midway Atoll, a small but strategically important position in the Pacific. Japanese planners hoped that an attack on Midway would draw the American carriers into a decisive battle. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto's operation involved multiple forces spread across enormous distances, with an assault on Midway, a diversion toward the Aleutian Islands, and a powerful fleet waiting to finish the American carriers. The complexity created strength on paper, but weakness in practice. The Japanese forces were separated, communication was difficult, and the plan depended on the Americans reacting exactly as expected. They did not. American codebreakers had identified Midway as the likely target. Admiral Chester Nimitz could therefore position his carriers in advance, turning the Japanese ambush into a counter-ambush. Japan still possessed experienced crews and powerful ships, but surprise was no longer on its side. The critical moment came aboard Admiral Chuichi Nagumo's carrier force. Japanese aircraft had already attacked Midway, but reports suggested that another strike might be necessary. Then came the warning that American ships had been sighted. Japanese aircraft were caught in the middle of a dangerous preparation cycle. Bombs and torpedoes had to be changed, aircraft had to be refueled, and the flight decks became crowded with weapons and fuel. This was not simply a story of one commander making one foolish decision. Nagumo was reacting to incomplete information inside a plan that had already become unstable. The Japanese operation had too many moving parts and too little room for delay. Every minute spent searching, rearming, and waiting increased the danger. American dive bombers eventually found the Japanese carriers at a moment of extreme vulnerability. 4 Japanese fleet carriers were lost, along with many highly trained naval aviators. Japan still had ships and territory, but it had lost a large part of the experienced carrier force that had made its early victories possible. Midway was not won by courage alone, and Japan did not lose because its sailors suddenly became incompetent. The decisive failure was strategic overconfidence combined with poor information. Japan assumed it could control the sequence of events. It underestimated American intelligence, scattered its forces, and built a plan that depended on surprise even after surprise had been lost. The lesson of Midway is simple. A complicated plan is not necessarily a strong plan. If it depends on the enemy behaving exactly as expected, one piece of information can turn the entire operation against you. The strongest commander is not the one who never changes a plan. It is the one who recognizes when new information has made the original plan dangerous and changes course before the enemy forces the decision.